This is the star of the show right here.
The star of the show. It's just like burning plastic.
This thing is the Cadillac.
Miss Sloan has a new thing. She doesn't want a nap unless she's on me, so we're girlies on the go. Hello girlies, let's talk products. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. First of all, I'm Tori. I've been a NICU nurse for the past 10 plus years. I'm a first time mom and I'm really excited to do this video. The most of the videos you see online, I will say, are like sit down style. This is gonna be much more vlog style. And the reason for that is because when I was watching and scouring the internet for all things baby, a lot of them are sit down style, like sit down and talk with me and like this, you know, the product pops up and they talk about it. But I found that when I was going through that process that a lot of nuances were really missed in that process. And that I ended up buying things that I didn't need or like didn't work for us, or I found things that are like maybe were a little bit better. So I thought it might be actually better for us to do a vlog style so that way you can see the item in action and let me explain to you why we like this and why it's working for us. Mind you, you guys know that babies don't need a lot. Like truly, when I say that, they really don't. I mean, you need onesies, diapers, wipes, some blankets, like, you know what I mean? You guys get the gist. However, if you're girly like me, I do like something that makes your life a little bit easier or adds some value to your life. So, and I've definitely found a lot of products that I really loved. And I also had a lot of products that I bought that I was like, this isn't gonna work for us. So I'm gonna take you around and we're gonna talk about all of those products today. And of course, before we get into it, you guys know everything's gonna be linked in my LTK or Amazon shop for you. And actually, we're gonna start with the baby carrier. So when I was looking for carriers, of course, you know, you see all the moms on Amazon, there's lots of reviews and whatnot. We were fortunate enough because we live near the Baby List showroom. And so we were able to try on quite a bit of carriers while we were there. And everyone knows the famous one, the big one that everybody loves, Artie Pop. That particular carrier obviously is like the brand of brands. Everybody wants to have it. It's beautiful, all the things. I just could not bring myself to pay that much money for a carrier, if I'm being honest. Upwards of $400 for a carrier. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. We ended up going with the Baby Bjorn, and honestly, we love it. This thing is so soft. She loves it. I feel like it's got a lot of really good back support, but I will say, like, I just can't imagine spending $400 on a baby carrier. It's too much. So maybe if it was on sale, or, you know, and I get like maybe if someone's gifting it to you, that's, you know, and everyone can spend the money the way they want, right? Like I just personally, for me, I can't imagine spending that much money on a carrier. So I will say though, like there's some areas where we splurged, some areas where we saved. So yeah, I'm really excited and let's get into it. I'm now on the point postpartum where we want mommy and daddy's space back a little bit. She's still in her bassinet next to us, but there was, if you remember, a basket here with like diapers, wipes, and all of her baby stuff. And I was thinking it's just time for us to move everything over here. So this is the postpartum cart that I had made, and now it's basically baby and mommy cart. So I just wanted to show you how we're using this because again, we have a smaller amount of space. I'm going to show you guys these things in just a second, but this has been really handy for us. So I moved all of her diapers over here, wipes, and then for diaper changes, this is definitely my favorite so far that we've tried. This, I don't use it every diaper change, but this is definitely a nice balm. This is the lotion that we use after bath time. She loves this. This is my favorite brush. It's so soft and fluffy. I think that this is, yeah, it's a Kite Baby. This comes in a kit and this was gifted for baby shower, which I loved. This one is definitely for if she had a diaper. We've had one little bout of diaper rash where I use this, but this definitely has been great. But this I feel like is better for daily. This is more for me because my sinuses get yucky. I still have my ibuprofen here. And then my Honest, the Lip Calm Your Nip Balm. This 100%, I've tried a bunch of balms and I'm telling you, I just have backup because I use so much of it. I love it. I have these pads just in case I need them, a backup nipple shield. I'm actually not using this as much as I thought I was going to be. But just in case I needed it. And then extra diapers, my pads and whatnot. Okay, and then these are a few of the things that I had on the cart that I definitely never used once. So this is the manual breast pump. This, for some reason, is so painful on me. I've tried it lubed, I've tried it in a lot of different ways. The other thing is, and I just didn't want to have to order another one because the phalange size was way too big. And it's funny because they have this big one and then this even bigger one, which most women don't have a nipple that size. This is crazy. I don't know why all of these pumps, they all send phalanges that are way too big, and so we all have to end up reordering them, which I think is the biggest crock, but okay. This did not work for me. It may work for you, so I don't want to deter you from using it. If it works for you, absolutely go for it. Does not work for me. Okay, so in the flow of postpartum, basically the first couple weeks after, I would be like, okay, I'm done. And then I would go right over to the shower and just rinse right in the shower. Honestly, it was really nice. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I didn't really end up using this. Like, I ended up maybe once or twice. So there's that. And then in terms of products, 100% to me, the Dermaplast was way better than the Lancelin. I think these products overall, they were good, and maybe this would be better for you, but I just felt like this was so much more effective. And that kind of also goes for the Freedom Mom. I also had witch hazel wipes, and I wish that I had them still. I can't remember what brand, but I did love them even more so than these. Like, these are great. But there's a brand out there that my hospital had that were just so good. This is good, honestly, in a pinch, but I just didn't use it as much. Next is breast pads. My supply is nowhere near, I think, even close to needing these. I don't really leak much. These are definitely something like if you did have a good supply, 100% recommend these for you. I just don't need them. Okay, Silverettes. This is like the #1 most suggested thing. I did try them, and to be honest, they did not work for me. The reason is because they caused almost like a bruising on my nipple, and I don't know if that's because there is an underlying metal that they use in these Silverettes, because silver itself is actually pretty malleable. It doesn't stay solid, so they add other metals in here, and I don't know if it was just a sensitivity to those metals, or my breast is very round because I had breast augmentation, and so my boob was so round, and then when you put it on in the bra, and then you have the bra and the pressure on the boob, it was causing this crazy, I was having some real breakdown and some issues with the Silverettes, so they did not work for me. And I know that's something that a lot of women are talking about. Like, a lot of women, it does work and it's great, and in theory it does help your nipples, but for me, they did not work, and in fact they caused more issues than I thought. I didn't realize that's what was happening until my lactation consultant was like, are you using Silverettes? And I said yes, and she said, I'm seeing a lot of issues with women who are using these. So just caution, definitely try them if it's something you think it might work for you. Didn't work for me. Another thing that I had in my postpartum cart was the bags. I definitely don't need those because I don't have enough supply yet. Hopefully one day I will need them. And then I'm taking these out at labels for baggies and or for colostrum. The irony of this is I did not get colostrum before she came, but we did use these for her medication. So I've used almost all of these. There was like a bunch. It was like, an Amazon order, but because they're 1 ml, that's perfect for her medication. So we use these for her meds. So yeah, I'm kind of sad. It's like a weird time because I'm really excited to have our space back a little bit and be transferring of things, but it's like a happy sad moment, you know what I mean? But it's time, we're gonna donate and or pass these things along. It's time to move on, Something else I wanted to mention. So bath time is something that I feel is very sacred and special, and I love doing it up. So we made Sloan a playlist when she was born, and I play her playlist during bath times, and also in here in the bathroom we set the mood. So I have this little light, and then I'll turn down, which light is it? We'll turn this one down, right? I like to set the mood as we're doing bath time. And then this is the bath time thing that we use 100%. This thing is so useful because she's going to grow into it. I do put a baby blanket over it, like a lightweight muslin, just to kind of like soften it a little bit. But honestly, the ones for the sink that everyone, you know, you see, of course everyone gets targeted for, it doesn't work for this sink because by the time you put the thing in here and then her in it, it was way too shallow and she like wasn't even in the water. So we did buy it. It was not worth it. I already gave it away and donated it. So, and then in here we are using Honest Company, and also this one, the Tubby Todd, love those. And then using this to pour water over her head. So that's sort of our bath time setup. Honestly though, bath time for me at night and her, that's something that we both look forward to, and it just has become a part of our nightly routine. Like, she sleeps so well after bath time. She's about almost 7 weeks now, and I feel like we are at the point where we can do it nightly. And I don't go crazy with amount of products. It's more about the ritual of getting in the water and like relaxing, and I don't scrub her skin super like a lot with soap and whatnot. Like, honestly, we'll just put her in the water, sort of like wipe around just like dirty little areas. I feel like I see a lot of moms who scrub, and in the newborn younger phases their skin is so thin. So it's just more the ritual of doing it and getting warm and toasty and like putting on jammies and doing a little bit of like, if I do product at the end, I'll use BEB Organic products. I love all of them. I have some over in her room, but this is the one we're using the most. It's the lotion that I showed you, and Honest. Those are just the products that I'm finding we're using the most. She's taking a little morning nap. Let's talk about this. This bassinet is made by Snuz. Snuz is a European or Swedish company, I believe. This is their Snuz Pod 4. I'm obsessed with it. What I liked about it is, so you see this side here, basically you can zip up or zip down. It's nice because it's basically a co-sleeper, but you're safely co-sleeping. This is nice because essentially when you're breastfeeding or when you're laying here, you can safely put baby back over here. It's a nice firm little area. I do have her on her warming pad. I have it set to 1, typically 2 if it's like super coldy, but this just has been helpful to help regulate her temperature. She's regulating her temperature now, but honestly it's more of a comfort thing at this point. What I like about this also is, if you see there's this little thing up here, this adds a little bit of height, so she's on a slight incline as she's sleeping to help with reflux. That's just been something that helps for us and for her with sleeping. And then down below I'll put some of her onesies, and then my breast pump is over there, I don't know if you see it, and blankies. This is honestly not a super great shelf, I will say. Like, it's not super supportive, but I just keep stuff down there. That's maybe the one thing I would say about this, that I would say I hope in the next one they would do is like create a stronger piece down here so you can hold things. Overall, honestly, I mean, it's working for us. I don't move the Snuz Pod a lot. Like, it stays as is right there. It never moves. So it's not an issue for us. And then also, I do really like this bar. I actually hang occasionally like her blankets, or, you know, her spit up rags, or her onesies. Like, I just did laundry, so everything's nice put away down there. But a lot of times I'll just put them here. And to be honest, we don't even use her room much, because right now at this phase, I change her right here on this little velvety thing. This is just easier for us right now. So I'll literally, the flow of it is I'll get a diaper, a wipe, bring her over here, change her right here. It's super easy, convenient. I keep her onesies down there, blankets, burp rags, even now my pump, super nice. And then I do use the hatch. I love the hatch. Usually it's on the rain sound. That's my personal favorite, and I feel like it's the most soothing. Other than that, we're like ocean sound, love those. And then yeah, that's kind of like our setup for right now. It's been very simple and fabulous, and I feel like very organized. And then over here, I'll just show you this. So if you are someone that's pumping, or at night you're trying to do late night feeds, we did get a mini fridge for in here. So I store my pump parts in here and any formula, like pre-made bottles. will just make them and put it in here. And also my pump parts. It does all fit and put it in the fridge overnight rather than having to go upstairs a flight at like, you know, 2, 3, or 4 in the morning. It's so nice to have that. And then we did buy an extra bottle warmer. This one is from Amazon. No line, as predicted, this bottle warmer is not nearly as effective as the baby Brezza, but like it's what you pay for, right? Like it does the job. It's not as warm as the other bottles, but it's fine for like if we need it in a pinch at night and I just really don't want to go upstairs when I'm not doing a feed. So yeah, we're gonna be recording a couple little like funny quick reels today, but I also wanted to show you this before we go up.
This is the star of the show right here.
The star of the show, the magnetic Mies. These are the onesies I've been talking about like pretty much nonstop on Instagram, you guys. I love this company. I am begging them, please, I want to work with you because
so easy.
I am obsessed with these onesies. These are basically like all we've been using, honestly, since day one.
We do have a couple zipper ones, and it's like
yeah,
night and day just how easy these things
I mean,
are.
there are a couple other companies I love. You guys know, like the standard, like I love Kite Baby. Their material bamboo is so amazing, but just ease of use, I'm telling you, like we have, if I could buy one of every of these, I would. They are a little pricey, not gonna lie, they're $40 a piece, but we love them.
She's already growing out of some of the newborn
Like,
ones.
they're
getting tight on her. It's sad.
It's happy. We're happy.
Yes.
We're so thankful.
And she's growing.
But we're a little sad. Are you excited to go? We're gonna go record a couple things. Say hi, everybody.
Say hi.
Okay, all right, let's go. Oh, the first thing is the rug. The rug is literally my favorite. This is Ruggable. And the thing about these rugs is they're very thin, and I do like a cush. So I did add a pad underneath here to add some thickness and cush. The pad is from Home Depot underneath, and I just cut it. Like I could probably cut those. You can kind of see it there. So there's that. The bed is from Wayfair. I will link it for you guys in the notes just so you have it. The bedding itself, I think, is just Amazon. This is 100% Amazon. I love everyone who has slept in here so far loves the blanket. And then the tree is Amazon. The wainscoting is prefab cutouts from Etsy, and I want to say it was like $250 for the full set, and then we paid our handyman to install it. The lamp is also Amazon, and then what I do is I put the Gove bulb in it so you can control it from your phone, which is nice. So I can basically just like within touch of a button, you know, it goes on, which is great. And then over here, this is where the chair was. This actually I bought from Home Goods and had our handyman install it. And then over here is the bed. The bed is Namesake. This is their mini. They have a big version of this. This is the mini Abigail. They have a regular size Abigail. The reason we got the mini is just due to the sizing of the room, and I wanted to use this room as a guest room primarily. Already had my mom stay here, my aunt, my cousins. Like, this room gets used a lot, to be quite honest. And the reason for that is we have our room, which you guys saw, and then this room essentially as like a living space. So this room gets used quite a bit, which I really do love. But that means that it did limit the space. So, and for me, I definitely did want the nursery to be, you know, usable and nice. And honestly, Jacob and I have talked about it, like we both love this room so much. It's such a vibe. Okay, so this is fast forwarding actually a couple weeks. I just wanted to give you guys an update on this because this is definitely an item that I just splurged on because I just feel like it's worth it in the long run. So we just got the KeeKaroo changing pad. This is the one that you see everywhere. Every single like Instagram mommy has one now, and I see why. So we just started changing her now more consistently in here, and I will say this is just so much softer and more comfortable than this one. So this is the one that we just replaced. This is of course, you know, a quarter of the price, and on Amazon, you know, this is like one of the highly rated ones. It's fine, but to be honest, this is just so much nicer. I will say it is, you know, it's pretty pricey, but honestly, I feel like this is such a good investment. And the reason too is because For Jacob and I, you know, we're planning on having another baby. We're gonna be using this for hopefully more than one kid. And I just feel like it's just nicer. It's just a nicer little thing to lay on for her. And it just, I don't know. So definitely was a splurge with something that I decided we want to spend a little bit more money on, but hey, you know, you pick and choose the things that you want to spend the money on. Continuing the tour of the things that we either like or don't like. The first thing I'll say is we just started using this. This is the Stokke Highchair. And with that, you can buy this extension piece. And honestly, it's funny because I was kind of like, do we really need this? We're actually using this and loving it.
She just like wants to be with us, so
yeah.
This has made it super easy if we're in the kitchen. She just in here so she can see us and be with us. So
she loves it. We know you're not going to be using this for that long, but it is really nice. Jacob's working from home, and it's nice for me if I need to kind of like be free in the kitchen area, but she can be in here with us, which is, it's just nice.
And can confirm it's easy to clean. Literally the very first time we put her in there, she massively spit up on it. So this whole thing can come off and is machine washable. We threw it in the wash and it's like good as new. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, we really like that. Okay, let's move on to the corner. So a couple things about this corner. First of all, this is all the feeding corner. We moved all of her feeding things into here. So that's Infamil just in case we need it. And then typically we store her formula up here. Bottles, and then also milk storage. My little Medela milk storage bottles go in here. Storage bags, which I don't need yet. Obviously, you guys know I don't have a supply quite yet enough for that. Her vitamin D drops, and then over here. So baby Brezza. I think we've talked about this before, but if not,
bottle warmer.
Bottle warmer
necessity.
Is very nice. It's quick, about a 2-minute warm up. You do need to fill it with water. I have
That's the one thing. It has like a little fill line that's literally like a teeny bit because it's just got a heating element in there that's creating steam to warm it up. But you do a couple, it burns off the water and then you forget about it. And then you've done a couple where there's no water in there and it just like, the smell, like, it's just burning.
It's just like burning plastic. So don't do as he says and not as I do.
Just double check your bottle warmers before you do it every time, which is way easier said than done when you're, you know, completely well rested, you're having a baby and nothing else to think about, right?
100%. Next thing is the 2-in-1 Baby Brezza. This is a bottle sterilizer and warmer. No, my dryer.
But yeah, this thing is the Cadillac. It is used a lot.
We use this. It's basically a mini dishwasher, if you will. Like, you could definitely put your bottles through the dishwasher, but it's just when they fill up so fast and the dishwasher takes so much longer, this thing, it's what, 45 minutes?
I think for a full cycle is 45 minutes, but like the actual sterilizing is only 10 or 15 and then it's drying after that. So what I usually do is I'll clean the bottles quickly in the sink, and we usually try to not let them pile up. So we'll clean them, you know, pretty quickly so they're never really that gunky. Yeah.
This corner. And then the other thing, so the recommendation when you're doing your bottles, if you're keeping it in the sink, is we keep it in this little pot essentially, because you don't want bacteria getting on your bottles when you're cleaning them, if you're cleaning them first in the sink. So we do this, and then I use this. Jacob doesn't use it as much, but this is on Amazon. It's a quick, well, I can't get this out. Can you pull that out for me? It's nice. I will say when you're cleaning the inside of the bottles, it's just, you know, that kind of situation. It's a good one. Jacob doesn't use it as much.
I really don't use it that much. I just rinse them out.
Yeah, I like it.
I will say, for now, we're using small. Most of our bottles are only 4 ounces, so they're not that big, so I'm able to get in there. But I can see we do have some like 6-8 ounce bottles, and I could definitely see how this will be helpful as she gets bigger with bigger bottles.
Yeah. And as you guys also know, we are supplementing. So we initially started with By Heart. I do really like this formula a lot. This one is a whole milk. When we were doing research on it, essentially we were looking for, you know, the best formula in terms of nutrition. This was one of them. She did pretty well on it. I feel like the reason we're switching over is just because lately I feel like she's been having a little more reflux Her poops are a little on the loose side. She's seeming a little uncomfortable, so I was like, let's just try it. So we just started Cabrita. This is a goat milk.
Supposedly the goat's milk is easier digested for them. We've heard a lot of good things. I think this one and what was Holly were the Bubs were the other goat milk ones that got really good reviews. So we literally just started, what, a day or two ago?
We did. The thing that we had to be really careful about is because she's on Synthroid, one of the things she cannot have is soy, because soy interacts with the medication. So that did eliminate a couple of the goat milks because it had like one of the first 2 ingredients in it was soy, and we were like, oh, we can't use that.
Yeah.
So so we're gonna try this, see how it's going. It's not that she didn't tolerate By Heart. Honestly, I liked it. This one is interesting. It smells a little less, like it's got a little bit of a less of a smell to it. So the one thing that I will say about By Heart, which is kind of funny, is the top is really nice.
The scooper sticks in the top, which is really, really nice.
It's
and
handy.
Like
well designed. I will say that's really nice versus here you just have the top, you know? I mean, it's just kind of funny because like logistics like this just save you literally a couple seconds, but those seconds do add up when you're trying to make a bottle quickly.
And this was like a freaking protein powder to me. Like the scooper on this one was in the middle, and I was like, I don't want to dig my hands in her formula, so we had to kind of scoop it out. Yeah. I mean, it's just little things.
Yeah, it's little things, but yes, love. Oh, and then over here, this is for my pump rack. So this is basically turned into my pumps. Like we don't use this for bottles, this is just pump stuff. So we just started using these Mam bottles. We started using these actually probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And honestly, with her lip and her tongue tie, these have been so much better. This is the first bottle that she hasn't gagged on. And she also really has been using the pacifiers and loving them. And we are back to using By Heart. Honestly, this is kind of funny. So we went in for her 6-week checkup. Her pediatrician wanted us to go back to whole milk instead of the goat milk, just because of everything with her congenital hypothyroidism. And with her, she's a little behind on her weight, which I think is linked a little bit to her lip and her tongue tie. So we're just going back to the whole milk, and honestly, she's been doing really great with that. And yeah, it's funny because with Mam, I feel like a lot of you guys who are in the UK or in other countries, you're a lot more familiar with this. This is a newer brand to us in the US, but I'm really excited. She's been loving them, so I'm really excited about this bottle. I will say the one thing about it is the nipple. So she's on a size 0 right now, and I think it's gonna be a while until we go to the 1 nipple because it is a little bit of a faster flow. But the 0 has been working really nicely, and I'm really excited because for so long we were dealing with so much colic, so much reflux, tried so many different bottles, and honestly this one has definitely been her favorite, so I'm really excited about that. So yeah. And quick update, so we are using, I think we mentioned this in the birth vlog, the Bassinet. We're still using it up here. We love it. This is super amazing for when we're just up here, and honestly half the time we're sleeping in here logistically because of my pumping and feeding and situation. So anyway, we love this. We have her little heating pad in there, and then her changing pad and whatnot is down here, which is kind of funny. I just do it here on the floor, which is totally fine. We have the Lalo, this little play gym for now. I think we're gonna upgrade to the Loverly one soon. So just because I feel like she's already to a point where like she could use the extra stimulation. And then we moved, this was in the nursery. We moved this chair up here. It's a rocking chair, the Boucle. It's so nice. Honestly, she loves movement so much. So we're just at a point where we need it up here. So we moved it from the nursery up here. And then the couch caddy is essential drinks, the remote, pacifiers, bottles, you know, you just use it anywhere on the couch and it's just fabulous. And the last thing up here, this was my postpartum cart that we've converted over as well to baby cart. So now we just have diapers, wipes. Mam was so sweet and sent over all of these pacifiers. So this is actually, the funny part is because many of you know with her lip and tongue tie, that's been tough. Mam was the first pacifier that she'll actually take and not gag on. So I'm loving that. She's loving that. Not saying that she's taking it every single time, just full honesty, but when she's ready or wanting to take one, she does take it, so that's nice. We have the balm up here as well. This is the Honest Company that I love. We have more wipes down there in case we start using them. I left these, the bandana bibs, which we might start using because she is getting a little burpy. And then for her nails, we got this on Amazon. It's one of those like nail file things. It's nice and soft. We've used this like 2 or 3 times already and can verify it works. It does fray the nails a little bit, which is kind of weird, but honestly overall it's been great. It works for now. So that's our setup for that. And then this is so funny, you guys. So I ordered these cards so long ago. These are our thank you cards from our baby shower, and I'm just gonna send them out as holiday cards, LOL, because we are not doing a holiday card. I'm tired, and I'm like, okay, this is going out so late, but hopefully people are not offended. I'm just gonna give you guys 2 very honest updates. This is the Lalo Play Gem that we had. Honestly, I fully regret getting this. I'm gonna show you the other one that we have currently that I love, but honestly, I feel like she grew out of this so fast. Was just needing more stimulation at 2 months than this thing could offer. So I regret this one. I also do regret this purchase. So as I've mentioned, she loves movement. And so this one, she gets bored in it. So as you can see, it swivels like this, and it's just really not enough movement for her. We've barely used this. Honestly, I'm probably going to gift this or donate it because it's just not been useful for us, which is ironic because I'm a NICU nurse and like we use these all the time in NICUs, and babies love them, but she gets bored in it. So I don't know, we're not using it. And honestly, she kind of likes to be baby worn instead of being in there. So that's where we're at with it. This is the Blissful Diary Baby Play Gem. This is 100% the one that we should have gotten right away. So this one has a ton of sensory things on the side here. It has a seek and find little thing, which I think is super cute. This little mat, technically you can fill with water. This is a mirror, so she can look up at the mirror. Comparable one to the Loverly Gem. The Loverly Gem, I will say, maybe we should have even gotten the Loverly because it's so much bigger and she can grow into it more. But honestly, in this space right now, this just works really well for us. I don't know, to each their own. I just felt like we should have gotten this from the start. Okay, then let's talk diaper bags. So I was going between the Dover diaper bag and the Minae. Full transparency, Minae sent this to me and I freaking love this thing. You have your pockets here on the side. We store water in here for if we need to do supplement for any reason. In the front here, I'll store like hand wipes and hand gel in the front, you know, easy access. Had to have daddy help me. I had to empty it out so I could show you guys the inside here. So you have 2 little compartments down here and then one down here as well. You have a pocket here and then you also have a pocket here on this side and these two little compartments as well. So lots of little compartments. Oh, and like a little pocket there. If you wanted to put your keys on here, that's definitely a possibility. So this is a quick shot of what we put in our diaper bag. So I'll do an extra blanket, burp cloths, 2 little outfits just in case, a water for if we needed to make a bottle really quick, pre-scooped by heart just in case we need a bottle on the go, a bulb syringe, a little shusher, especially for her doctor appointments. This has been really helpful. We put some Chucks pads in there just in case we're on the go and we need to like put her down somewhere that, you know, we just want to have that down just to keep it a little bit more clean. My favorite balm, of course, diapers. I know I've talked about this on Instagram. These are 100% my favorite diapers. And then of course our wipes. Love. And I'm really loving this bag. I love the look of this bag. I feel like it's very clean, simple. I just love all things Minae, period. Like I want one of each bag. These bags are amazing. 10 stars, 5 stars on Yelp. I'm really sad about this. So typically I am the person who hosts a holiday party every year. I love our holiday party. It's like the one thing that I go all out for. I decorate, we go crazy. But this year, just with her congenital hypothyroidism and the abscess that I was dealing with and everything, just being tired and just a little worn down, I'm like, you know what, this year we're gonna bypass the holiday party, sadly, but we're just gonna take 1 year off and we'll be back next year. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of sad about that. I'm still gonna decorate. We're in the process of decorating. You may be decorated by the time you guys see this vlog because I definitely am into the holiday spirit, but I just needed a little break because it's literally something that I like plan for. Like I would already have plans and food ordered by now. Like it's okay. We're taking it at this point day by day, week by week. And we love that for us. Oh, honey. Sloane says hi, you guys. She's just chilling. She's just chilling like a villain. Ah, we just love her. While daddy works. Thing I promise is pumps. So I'm using the Spectra pump, and then I'm also using this. It's a Mom Cozy knockoff pump, hands-free. These are from Amazon. When I was recording this the first round, I actually realized I have so much to talk about in terms of pumps. Pumps are really honestly so individualized. Every situation is different. Like, it is to a point where I was using this pump for my right boob and this pump for my left boob for a while. I had a really bad abscess, and so like all these things had happened around like week 6 to 8, and so I was using different pumps for different boobs. The long story short is I'm gonna do a full video on these because there's just a lot of nuance with pumps in general, but these are the two that I'm using and I love both of them. So yeah, that's my pump story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all the things. And for all my mamas out there, please, if you have any suggestions, tips, updates, like leave a comment below. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. We are gonna do our very first Vlogmas cousins version.